maybe if you're a USF fan, you're not going to love this one. Now, I got your back. I got your back here.
Sam Cohen does not have your back in any way.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Pat Donovan's going to have your back too. Sam Cohen, he's not playing villain to you, USF fans, basketball fans, not football.
He's not playing villain. He is a villain.
He is the villain. He is the villain. Now, this stems from the other day, or I guess yesterday, it's only Tuesday, Sam Cohen was talking about it, or was it last week that you tweeted it out? He tweeted out last week about USF men's basketball coach Brian Hodgson. They're having an incredible run right now. They look fantastic. Year one for Coach Hodgson. We've had him on the show. Just awesome dude. And based on that success, we know how this works. There are going to be big programs that are going to come knocking, and they're going to be making a call to Coach Hodgson. And, Sam, you have said, much like I have talked about with the USF football team, that the problem is when a coach has success, much like Alex Golish did, they're going to be picked up, and if the SEC comes calling, they're going to go. So if a big basketball program comes calling for Brian Hodgson, I could understand why he would walk. Year one, though, that's a lot. That's hard for me to handle it.
Yeah.
So we've come up with a scenario here, all right, for USF fans. And if you're just a general fan, put yourself in the minds of a USF fan and what you would do in this situation. Scenario: USF makes the Final Four this year. Think about that. USF, your USF Bulls,
that would
making
be
a
wild.
run.
Imagine that run.
Unbelievable, to the Final Four. Now, what happens there, who knows? But USF will be in that Final Four. But with that Final Four, Coach Hodgson's leaving. He's leaving after this year.
And by the way, that would absolutely happen.
If
he goes to the Final Four.
No, sometimes people stay.
Dusty May, point in case.
Yep. Sometimes people stay. I'm not going. I'm not leaving. He probably should have.
No, Dusty did.
Dusty left right away.
He packed
yes.
up and went to Michigan.
That's right. He did go right away.
I.e., Brian Hodgson.
Who stayed?
He thinks he's going either way. Final Four run or not.
USF could somehow flame out in the conference tournament, which I hope they do not. I really, truly, I enjoy watching this team. They play a really entertaining brand of defensive basketball. They could somehow slip and fall in the conference tournament, and he's still gone.
They are suffocating.
Brad Stevens stayed. I know Butler's a little bit different, but Brad Stevens stayed.
Yeah, that's
and
Big
then
East basketball.
And then he eventually went to the NBA. Billy Donovan, Florida, different, went to the NBA. And the crazy thing, May was FAU, right?
Yeah, from FAU, but
and they stink right now.
It's because they lost a great coach. I mean,
you can't have that happen.
You're making the point for me. Brian Hodgson, I don't know if you're listening. I know you were talking to Nick Wise yesterday. I think you're a terrific coach, and I think that you have a very, very bright future ahead of you. Sorry if that makes you upset, USF fans.
Well, that should make USF fans upset. When you say you have a very bright future ahead of you, it sounds like there's nothing bright about being at USF.
All right, but
it's not that it's
hold on. Let me give the scenario because we have a scenario here, right? USF Final Four and Coach Hodgson leaves. Or USF makes the tournament, gets bounced in the first round, Coach Hodgson stays. What's the scenario?
I know what I would choose. I'm choosing the Final Four. I'm choosing the Final Four because and I love Brian Hodgson. I really do. He's one of my favorite coaches in town right now. The way he's doing things, the way he embraces the fans at USF. I love Brian Hodgson. But to me, I would take the Final Four because for a program like USF, the Final Four is never guaranteed. And if I can guarantee myself a Final Four run, especially for a university like USF, by the way, because from an athletic standpoint, what is this entire program doing? Not basketball, but the entire athletic program at USF.
Moving forward.
They are without a question ascending. And a Final Four would only help that ascension. So I would, as much as I love Brian Hodgson, I would absolutely take the Final Four run and him being gone.
I would take the opposite. I would take being bounced in the first round and he stays, and I'll tell you why. Honestly, Sam Cohen makes the greatest point there by talking about Dusty May. If you think about it, what happened? We just kind of played out the scenario, and a very similar one you can make to USF. FAU has success.
Do you think FAU's entire athletic program is ascending the way USF's is?
I'm not as familiar. No, I'm not as familiar with what they got going on there.
It probably was an unfair question because we don't know that much about FAU.
But their basketball team is just okay. They're not not terrible. They're just okay. But they were really good when May was the coach. So to Sam's point, what happens when that coach leaves? You take a step back. Would you rather keep moving forward, or would you rather have that one moment and you're going to take a step back? We saw it with FAU. They made it. They had a run and they took a step back.
Let me ask you a question. Who's going to hire the next head coach?
Rob Higgins.
Right? How do we do? Listen, we all loved Alex Golesh, right? How do we do? We got Brian Hartline, a guy that other teams wanted, a guy that saw what we're doing here at USF and saw the ascension of this athletic program and said, yeah, that's something I want to be a part of. And I have so much belief in Rob Higgins' ability to hire the next guy, and that for that next guy to not be a guy that's going to put us in that position where we go way backwards. Who knows? As much as we love Brian Hodgson, like as much as we loved Alex Golesh, maybe we'll get a guy we believe in even more day one, just like we did in college football.
Or you can just go with the guy that you have that has been incredible for you right now, and that's Brian Hodgson.
But that doesn't include a Final Four run, which for this program I think would be massive.
You talk about, especially to your point, Pat, about USF being on the rise. Can't give enough applause, whatever you want to call it, to Rob Higgins, what he's been able to do. You brought up FAU and what their program looks like. FAU, 4, 5, 6 years ago, they had Lane Kiffin and Dusty May as their two premier coaches of football and basketball. So you talk about fumbling. I mean,
good point.
Good coaches have a chance. They tend to move on.
Let's go to Brian in Plant City. What's up, Brian?
I just want to put in another thing doesn't help matters. That gym should be packed out every game. USF had one of the biggest enrollments in the world, and it's just a shame that place isn't packed out. That probably would, it's not helping, the cause. I don't know why they don't go out and support them.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Brian.
it.
A lot calmer today than the last time we talked to him.
You saw like what happens with the promotion and the push when Rob Higgins, he was not just on our station, he was going around for that Memphis game, and they were and that was on national television on ESPN too, and that place was pretty packed. That place was pretty packed. So I understand that, but this is kind of the nature of the game. As they get better and as they grow, people are going to show. If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, I'm trying to find who it was because I thought it was very interesting. But I mentioned before, recently saw somebody talk about how they think USF is in the best position from an athletic standpoint as really any school outside of one of the biggest conferences.
I say first round bounce, he stays. Pat, you say USF Final Four and he leaves. That's what you want. Sam, final word, real quick.
Either way, he gone.
Oh, all right, very nice.
He gone.